Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard.
Mata into a trap. What about that? Ivanovic!
In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's in by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off.
Palmer, Joao Pedro, it's three, and Chelsea are running away with the FIFA Club World Cup final.
Hat-trick hero, Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
it's time for our first ever winners and losers of the 26. We sold Liam Delap for how much? Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod. I am your host, Mike. I am joined in our virtual room, roaring with lions. I've got Berth, I've got Ollie, I've got Tom. It's the Mikey and absent Chris Monday show on a Tuesday. What? We're going to kick off with doing Delap things. So moments of the weekend. That's what it is for today.
I'll be honest, I'm doing an Ollie here. I had a pretty boring weekend.
Wow.
Is I know Ollie's definitely going to pull through though and say he's done something really cool though.
I know he definitely did. He did a cool thing.
I actually did.
See, there we go. I told you, never doubted
cool
you.
Thing
never
incoming.
doubted you.
Yeah. But I'm not going to say. No, I'm joking. I went to see a waterfall this weekend. That was pretty cool.
Don't go chasing them.
No, it was very important, and I didn't. I just stood there at the bottom and watched it. It was nice though. Very, very peaceful.
I love that.
That's nice. I like that, Ollie.
It's sometimes just peaceful, you know, a man, some water. Serene. It's beautiful. Tom.
You could just have a shower though, to be fair.
You could do that. Ollie, you could do the I'm a celebrity thing. You could, jump in the shower. I mean, we're going to be filming you for this, so that's some Patreon content for listeners
That's
who want
very
that.
true. And then I could eat some rice and beans and the bull's testicles or something.
Yeah, you could
This
do that.
this is the spin-off that we need for this podcast.
It is. That would be content that the listener would pay.
I'm an
good
at
Patreon
the
money for.
Bridge Pod host. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Tom, what did you get? Any moments of the weekend?
Literally, my weekend was mainly just watching the football. And, I'm well happy the Premier League's back. Other than that, I could not name a single thing that I did this weekend.
Look, bowling night. We knew it happened. We were all expecting a thrashing. I went into expecting a thrashing. 1-1 draw. Girlfriend took the first game. I took the second. Did I celebrate? Look, does the postman after he delivers a letter? No, I sat down. I was calm. Well, fair play to your postman. Sometimes, Royal Mail lately in the UK have been absolutely piss poor. Delivering letters.
I think if they get it on time, then I think that's
Mate, I would happy if they just find my letterbox. I'll just settle for that. I don't put it in my wheelie bin. I mean, that's other mail providers are available. There is one other moment. Heading to Cincinnati. My Seattle Sounders finally snapped their 8-game losing streak with an outstanding 1-1 draw against FC Cincinnati. There wasn't a dry eye in that stadium. They were certainly sleepless in Seattle on Saturday night. And a few listeners did actually ask me how, in nicer ways, how we've just suddenly become so shit after years of being a consistent playoff and MLS Cup contender, and obviously Champions League winner. They did, only a fair few years ago. It's a combination of everything. I mean, this squad at the moment is just decimated by injuries. It's worse than when we had, undergoing rehabilitation programs. We got 5 or 6 first teamers out, and we haven't made a first team summer signing since 2021.
Oh, that'll do it.
Well, I'm told we'll be making one today. I've seen there's an alert, but I don't know who it is yet. You've got an owner who's terrified to open his wallet, and he hasn't paid for a round of beers with the lads probably since 99. A general manager who is bafflingly crap, and a front office that would rather just turn their phones off, bury their heads in the sand and just hope it just disappears.
It's a good thing you guys don't have relegation in the MLS.
It blew my mind how during the entire 8-game losing streak, which for any club in any league is abysmal, not a single meaningful comment was not a peep You didn't even get the like, oh, we hear you, we hear the list, we hear the fans, we understand, we have a plan. No one spoke. No one spoke. And also, for obviously, there's designated players. You basically can pay them above what the salary rules are and all that. Unless you're into Miami, then you pay everybody and no one seems to care. Allegedly. Our designated players are Albert Rusnak. He's getting older. He's well past his prime. You've got Jordan Morris, who is a club legend. He's an absolute icon. But again, he's past his prime. He's incredibly injury prone. Swansea listeners, if you're in Swansea, you may remember he went on loan to you and got injured. So, and then you've got obviously Pedro de la Vega, who he did score that absolutely outrageous goal the other year. He's not even close to living up to the expectations he had when he arrived. So it just got the whole squad for me, I think, because I think this club just looks devoid of direction. Yeah, it's worrying. It's worrying. But hey, Chelsea are good. That's something. That's good.
That is good.
Also, if I don't do this, someone rightly so, I might actually get suspended from the show properly. No president pardon for me. Before we do move, I'd like to clarify that the wheel in the predictions episode actually chose Christian Norgard, who moved to Everton from Arsenal to be one of the worst signings of the season, not Leandro Trossard. Another mistake from me, another apology from me, another moment I will not learn nor grow as a podcaster from.
You're going to have to apologise yet again, Mikey, because you went from Arsenal to Everton, not Everton to Arsenal.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's always like we do the show for free, isn't it? Fucking amateur hour, honestly.
Give up. On that, Shevva shoutouts. Mads, shout out from Denmark. Love this straight away. My hometown club is FC Nordischland, and I have had the chance to catch Caleb Jerenki up close. He's going to be a great player. He clearly stood out from the rest. Can I ask, what would your preferred starting 11 plus 5 substitutes? Bloody, we're going to save that because that's a big question for another show. P. Sargent, 92. I know the number 9 curse exists if Delap turns into prime Drogba. Well, we don't need to worry about that at Chelsea, so fuck it. It doesn't matter. We're all right. We're safe. That's a teaser for later. But thank you, genuinely thank you for your reviews, your comments. You're holding me to account. I appreciate it every single time. If you want yours read out on the next one, head over to Spotify, drop one on this episode, and you may get shouted out on it'll be the Friday show on Friday, because obviously we play Thursday. So with that, let's hit some good old news. Charcuterie board. Oh, on Saturday, we had the official stamp that Joao Pedro has signed a brand new deal, which keeps him contracted to the club till 2034. I think it's important to note that his previous deal was expiring in the year 2032. So I'm glad we've been able to tie him down to a more longer term deal where there was some worries there. And
yeah, thank God. I thought he was halfway out the door.
You just worry, don't you? You just think there's 6 years left. This isn't good. And look, he gets a pay rise naturally that comes with this new deal. And he had a great first season. You know, he won the Club World Cup. He came from the beach. He won a trophy. He netted 20 goals in all comps, and he ended, obviously, the 25-26 season as our supporters player of the season. Well deserved. It's absolutely well deserved. I have to put it in it just because we can wax lyrical before we wax lyrical about him in the game. But any thoughts on this new deal and this great extra 2 years we're getting of him? Maybe.
I was going to say, we don't necessarily extend players. It's almost like we remortgage them, isn't it? But yeah, honestly, completely and utterly well deserved. Arguably the best attacker at the club on his day, and yeah, look, we'll talk about him more in the winners because I'm in the winners section because I'm sure he'll be in there. But yeah, thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, no, I agree. To be fair, I just think that a high performance last year. He looks like he's going to carry on like he did from last year. I think for me, he's probably the second best striker in the league at the moment. And it's good that he's been rewarded. It ties him down for a bit longer, keeps sort of interest away from him. I said it the other day, but he really just reminds me of Diego Costa, but like a more polished version of him. And yeah, the fans love him, and he's a really important player for us moving forward. So yeah, it's good news.
What do you think, Tom?
I just think it's a really good precedent for the other players that if you play well, and you are good, you're going to get a pay rise. And obviously the Chelsea way of doing things is slightly different to the more traditional of, handing out 3-year contracts and then players running them down and then getting their pay rise because they're holding the club to ransom. Whereas we have that kind of little bit more of control, and it's good to see the club rewarding players for their performances.
Yeah, I don't remember what.
That's a bit of a dig, isn't it, Tom? A little bit of dig at maybe some other members of the team.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't remember what we used. Well, I guess Chelsea and other clubs used to offer in like the noughties. I don't feel like I ever saw a 5-6 year deal. Nowadays, it's 5+1, 4+1. I have to dig into the archives about that. That's curious.
I remember us giving out 4 and 5 year deals back in the day, but it was quite specific. A lot of the time, it was 2-3.
Yeah. Talking of the number 2, we've got 2 players who are out the door. Benoit Badiashile, he has headed to Naples on a season-long loan to play for Napoli. And Max Allegri's Napoli, that's where he is now. I found out on that note that Maurizio Sarri is now at Atalanta. Fucking hell. They move about. Mamadou Sarr, he has joined Real Sociedad on a season-long loan. And of course, good job that it was a delayed Tuesday show today. Because the major piece that dropped less than an hour ago at the time of recording, and I'm not winding anyone up, but we're not winding you up. Liam Delap is joining Nottingham Forest. Here we go for a fee of 45 million British pounds. And it potentially goes to an eye-watering 50 million if the add-ons are met. It is a club record deal for Nottingham Forest. Is this the greatest sale in our history?
It's up there, surely.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Oh, definitely.
Do you know what? One thing that it does show? It does show that I don't know if we got that much, like if we got a good amount of money for Cucurella, because this market is insane. When we're only selling Delap for 10 million or so less than we sold Cucurella for. By the by, that's not important for this. It's an absolutely phenomenal sale. I feel like it's Christmas that's come all at once. Like the fact that we don't have to watch Delap anymore.
I haven't used that in a long time, and Chris isn't here to tell me off.
Just running around and smashing into people and getting himself sent off and being absolutely useless in front of goal. I mean, literally, I feel like a weight has been lifted.
So are you sad to see him go, or
yeah, you upset?
Devastated, mate.
You are
absolutely
really on the fence. I can't.
Who am I going to put in my squad ranking now?
Well, allegedly, that 5 million is dependent on red cards. So obviously, if he gets no red cards in his first 2 seasons, we get 5 million. Have I made that up? Probably. I've just got to say, we've made 50% profit on a player who scored 3 goals in 47 in all comps, including 1 in 28 Premier League games. I think I'm actually edging towards it being the best deal. Honestly, I think it might be the best deal in Chelsea history, because I didn't think I'd ever see a deal eclipse. There's 2 that stand out. 56 million euros that we got for Costa from Atletico Madrid. He was a player. We love him, of course, but we've got to remember he went on strike. He was very clear. He wanted Atletico, no one else. So your market is instantly one club. And yet Marina absolutely negotiated a blinder with 56 million euros for him. And of course, just adding an extra 2 million euros there, the 58 million that we got again from Atletico for Alvaro Morata, which I think is even more impressive when you remember that we'd actually squeezed 80 million euros in a loan fee the season prior. 2 ridiculous pieces of business. But this one, the reason I might just put it number 1, 50% profit, irrelevant that we paid a release fee for him last time. It doesn't matter. 50% profit on a player who's barely scored. I think that's absolutely outrageous, because at least Costa, it was a proven product. I mean, Atletico, you wouldn't go, bloody hell, 56 million for him. No, he was still scoring goals. Morata, he didn't score fuck all in the Premier League. He got a hat-trick at one point. I can't remember who he got a hat-trick against, but he still scored goals. Yeah, but he still scored goals. He wasn't complete and utterly useless. He just was a bit shit. But Delap's been completely awful for us.
we've done it. I know you said 3 goals he scored. I can't actually remember his third goal. I know he scored
Barcelona,
once.
right?
Barcelona, Fulham. Who was the third against?
Oh, Brighton, wasn't it? We did the match preview last episode, and it was Brighton, wasn't it? It was this year. We lost to Brighton 3-1, was it?
Wonderful. Well, and
Birth didn't listen to the last episode, did he? Oh.
There's his legacy in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Listen, for all the joking and everything, I genuinely wish him well. I hope he, can make something of his career, because Chelsea is a club that chews up and spits out strikers like it's nothing. And he was coming into the club off a very, very as a very hot prospect. It's not worked out for him. Hope he can revive his career somehow.
But he was shit.
He was shit.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Well,
that is the biggest deal, I think, of the summer. That is
big summer blowout.
I still can't believe £50 million. What? Anything on Delap? Anything?
Can I just? I'm not disputing that he's scored against Brighton if you said he did, but I have just Googled it and he said he's only got 2 Premier League 2 goals for Chelsea.
I'm just going on Transfermarkt.
I thought he'd only scored 2, but if Mikey, I don't doubt you.
Look,
all right,
I'm
going with your...
No. I'm going. By the way, Liam Delap is the most trending player on the Transfermarkt website right now.
I'm sure he is.
Either way.
Nobody can believe the fee that we've got. It's like paying £1 million for a moped.
Yeah, it says here 3 goals in 47. Now I'm going to find out when he scored these goals. He scored 1 in the Champions League against Barcelona, 1 in the Club World Cup. There you go.
In a friendly.
Right.
Whoa! It was against Esperance, that great team that have won many Champions Leagues. I think we need some.
So Esperance to tune in, wasn't it?
Yes, it was indeed.
Back when we had so much hope for him.
I do apologise, Berth.
Institution.
I do apologise, Berth. We didn't play Brighton on Monday. We play Brighton this coming weekend. It was
okay.
a Fulham. It was.
It's
see,
okay.
Look, I've made it. I've not learned. I have not learned anything. What I have learned, though, is to talk about the actual game that we did all watch. So, here we go. Winners and losers for the first time this season as we took on Fulham in that first Premier League game of said season.
Joao Pedro in already. What a start this could be for Chelsea. Incredible. A flying start indeed under Xabi Alonso for the Blues.
My word, Fulham 2, Chelsea 3, winners and losers. Who have you got? But of course, more importantly, how many have you got?
3 and 3, as always.
Fair play,
3 and
Berth.
3 for me, Mikey.
Wow.
4 and 3.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, get him off.
Sorry.
Get him gone.
This isn't his red card.
You were this close. I have 4 and 2. So I've made 6. I've made a nice 6 round number. My first winner, Maxence Lacroix.
Yeah,
he's on mine. Yeah,
he's on mine.
He's teaser. First of 2 debutants I've got on my list. He made it before this, but a top class assist for the Rodgers goal. It's such great intelligence to beat his man, and then instead of taking the shot, which he could have, because I thought he was going to take the shot, he just drills it across the goal. It's a trait none of what I've just said you associate with a defender. You just don't. And throughout the game, he read the game really well. He cleared the ball. He won possession. He was constantly shouting, pointing, organising that back line. And he was, as well as part of the goal, within 30 seconds for Joao Pedro. It was his clearance, so to speak, that created the opportunity for Palmer and Joao Pedro. And I appreciate that I'm making a massive snap judgment here after just 90 minutes, as I am, I guess, with all my winners, because it is just 90 minutes of an actual competitive professional game. But Lacroix, for me, is showing me signs of the defensive intelligence that I haven't seen since we had Thiago Silva. And that is an extremely high bar. I know what I'm presenting him with. But there were moments throughout the 90 that I saw his brain working, like how I saw Thiago Silva's brain working. And I'm excited. Why is he your winner?
I just thought he was he commanded the defence. I thought he was our best defender last night. I'm not sure why he was up there for our second goals, to be honest with you. I thought he was I mean, he weren't from like a corner or anything, but look, he did really well. I thought the pullback was really, really good. He gave it to Rodgers on a plate, to be fair. But yeah, just real confident performance. It's the defender that can actually defend, which is just something we haven't had in a long time, to be fair. What is weird about him, though, which I can't not see now, he does run like Super Mario.
What? Oh,
he runs.
You've got to watch out for that.
He
I bet you it's one of those
Super
things that when
Mario.
you see it, you can't unsee it.
But
no.
he's so quick. He's quick across the ground. I think positionally he's very good, really physical and good in the air, which is good. I think
so Super Mario, it makes sense.
Exactly. But, I think the one thing that I was a bit sceptical about, which I saw online before he sort of came to us, is that you weren't great at the ball at his feet. But I thought with the ball, I thought he was very good. He did what he needed to do. Didn't really give the ball away. So yeah, it's just a real commanding performance from a centre back, which is what you want.
Fair play. Tom, winner, why?
Well, first of all, it's well worth watching that goal back, because actually seeing the interchange and like Lavia kind of filling in and seeing the players naturally move into positions is really interesting. And I really did enjoy that, because he kind of wins the ball and then carries on running. And then Lavia naturally just went back into that centre-back role, and I really enjoyed that fluidity. But I can't remember the last time that we had a defender who actually won headers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
And it was, I think it's the start of something very good. All of the best kind of centre-backs, kind of, if you think of the best centre-back pairings, and even threes, there's always like one dominant one. Like you think back to Terry and Carvalho, it was John Terry. Rio Ferdinand Vidic, it was Rio. We've not had that since Thiago Silva, because we've had kind of no one actually being the true leader at the back. Levi tried to kind of do it, but he's still kind of learning the game. And I was really impressed seeing their little huddle at the beginning. As soon as Reece James stopped talking, Lacroix was the next one to start, to kind of get him kind of G'd up. And I just thought his reading of the game fantastic. And yeah, just great start, really.
You guys are very bad people. I have just seen Maxence Lacroix running, and I can't unsee it. Oh no!
Told ya.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. I've got to throw this in very, very quickly. Enzo Fernandez has not tweeted this. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted this. Enzo Fernandez has given his green light to Man City as he's open to a move and rejoin Maresca. Bid to be sent soon. It's up to Chelsea. I just don't care.
Just get it done.
Just get it done. Make a decision. Yeah. Second winner. I think I'm going to say.
He was one
of Ollie has no one.
Oh, sorry, Ollie. Tell me more about Super Lacroix.
Listen, I'm not always on here very often, but like I am today. I felt safe with Lacroix, and that's something I think you can say. Like we haven't been able to say for a long time with our defenders. Is I just felt so assured watching him play. There isn't really too much more to it. I think I'm eating a little bit of humble pie, to be honest with you, because I said, is he a needle mover when we first signed him? I think that 90 minutes has proven to me that he is.
That's fair. I will move to the second winner. Because, by the way, it's 130 to 140 million pounds the bid's going to be tomorrow from City. Even I'd be tempted at that. It's more than the deadline bid, so profit. Oh, we'll see. Morgan Rogers, debutant 2 of 2, making my list. Everyone else?
Yeah.
No, actually.
No, not on mine, actually.
What? Look, it might. This is going to be generic. This is going to be boring. But I'll sum up his word. I'll sum up his debut in one word: lively. He was always involved within the game. He was showing strength at times by holding the ball up when he needed to. He was moving around the pitch brilliantly. He was absolutely in sync perfectly with Cole Palmer. And I understand now. I understand why we signed him for the fee that we did. Because watching Palmer and Rodgers together, I see it. I see the special the special link up. It's beautiful. Rodgers, for me, is the ocean wave, and Cole Palmer is the surfer on the board, because Palmer rides those waves that Rodgers is providing and then showcases his ability because of those waves. And I keep with the ocean theme. Sometimes a surfer just needs a bloody good wave to show you what he can do. Because if there are no waves, there's no surfing. You can have the greatest surfer in the world. And we did under Poch. Wow, what a surfer. But if that sea's flat like it was under Maresca, you're just a bloke holding a piece of fiberglass. I'm so happy we've got Rodgers giving Palmer the waves now. Tom, why was he your winner?
I just the start of JP Morgan. Just
We're investing in the stock.
Just it's for him to come in and to just gel and to kind of be there, kind of have a good. Obviously, he knows Palmer; they're best mates. But his interplay with Joao Pedro, with the wing backs, he was trying to win the ball back and doing his defensive work. He did mess up a little bit in that he didn't follow a man, but he's a forward. We want him to score goals, which he did. And it's just very, very, very excited to see how this kind of progresses. And he was brilliant in what was a mental game.
So, Ollie, why was he a loser for you?
He wasn't. He just didn't quite make the winners list because I wanted to keep it 3-3 and other things I thought were more important.
Who does though? Who makes your winners list?
Oh well, it's the one and only. Is he? He must be back. It's Cole Palmer.
Yeah, he's on mine as well.
Same.
Mm-hmm. It is the best performance from Cole Palmer that I have seen. Probably since the Conference League final or the Club World Cup final. I don't think that's outrageous to say. It was a long time ago I've seen him play that well. That rest during the summer has clearly given him not only a physical rest, because he was even arguably fit towards the back end of last season, but a mental rest as well. A real chance to go again with the sort of having the right mentality to push forward. And he looked. He seems to have a good relationship with Xabi, even though it's early days in terms of giving him freedom to do what he wants to do. And he looks really relaxed on the pitch, but he also just looks so sharp as well, like in a way that if he's going to play like that all season, we are going to have absolutely no problems whatsoever. Like if he's back, like truly back, it's scary, but not for us.
Berth, why was he your winner?
I just thought he looked really, really sharp yesterday. I think him not going to World Cup is actually a real blessing in disguise. I think he just looks like he's got a point to prove. I think a lot of people doubted him towards the end of last season. We had a lot of comments about him. But yesterday, he just looked quick. He looked like he could take people on. He found the passes that he used to find. He got a goal. The pass in the first 30 seconds really set him off, really. I think that gave him his confidence sort of a real boost. What was really promising to see as well, when he did lose a ball, or when he was out of possession, he pressed. And I haven't seen that from Cole Palmer in a long, long time. And he just looked like he was enjoying it last night. I think for a large part of last season, he didn't look happy. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. But last night, he looked like he was back to his former self. And for me, I think he was the best player on the pitch by a country mile yesterday.
Tom?
Well, going off of what Berth and Ollie have said, so from what I saw, he recovered the ball 7 times yesterday from his press, which is really impressive for a forward. And I just think I know it's early days, and we've already said that, he seems like he's got a good relationship with Xabi Alonso, but I just think it is showing already how he was being overcoached, not used correctly, and with kind of Maresca. And like, I was speaking to someone about it the other day, like I want to be respectful, but with our last manager, when he came in, he had little to no experience. He'd had a bit of time at Strasbourg, and he'd done well. But I was thinking, if it was in my job and someone with not very much experience came in and started to try and tell me what to do, how would I deal with it? And I think I'd be okay to start off with. But if the company then started doing badly, I'm going to be like, well, it's you. You don't know what you're talking about. So I know it's slightly different with kind of football and the mentality of it, but he was really kind of feeling himself, and I really enjoyed his interview afterwards with Morgan Rogers. And if this is the start of something fantastic, then I'm really looking forward to the next game.
Yeah. He was a winner for me because he's officially, I think, was he officially awarded? He was, wasn't he? Rogers presented it him man of the match. And you understand why. Like I said, from the Rogers analogy, the surfer in this game, he just showcased his absolute ridiculous class and ability on the ball. We knew he had it in him. We just hadn't seen it in so long. And one of us put him in the last chance saloon, probably a couple of us. That moment at the start of the game, though, it's the brilliant ball for the opening goal for Joao Pedro. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. He paid his tab and walked out the door, I think.
It's so good. That ball alone could pay your tab off. It's perfect. And then he takes his own personal goal that he scores later so well as well. And he was a top-class operator on Monday night. And when Palmer is playing like that, you just sit back. You just enjoy it. Because he's curving into those waves, pulling off tricks. It's a joy to watch. Joy to watch. I've only got one more winner left. Who's got the most?
Same.
I've got one.
I've got one.
Berth, I'll let you round off. Who have you got?
Xabi Alonso.
Justified.
It was either him or Joao Pedro, but I thought Xabi Alonso deserved it. First game, not easy going away from home. First game, a lot of new players. London derby.
Against Fulham, who always have a chip on their shoulder when they play us as well.
There's a lot of pressure on him as well. How are we going to set up his subs? How other players going to adapt to his style. I think for the most part, he did everything right. I thought the team selection was brilliant. Obviously, Caicedo being out didn't help, but I thought Lavia and Reece James were good in midfield. Front three going forward, we looked absolutely electric. I think defensively we looked a bit open at times, but I don't think that was necessarily all on Alonso. I mean, the team's got to sort of get used to the formation and stuff like that. And I think Lavia and Reece James in midfield didn't help that situation. So there was positives and a few negatives, but nothing major. And I think
crucially, Berth, it wasn't boring.
It wasn't boring.
God,
it was
mad.
exciting. It was exciting. It was fun to watch. We moved the ball quickly. As soon as we got the ball, we looked to go forward. We pressed high, and that's what you want. I think that's the main thing. That's what you want. You want to see good football. You want to see us press. You want to see some excitement, which we have had for a long, long time. So yeah, I think all round it was a thumbs up for him.
And let's also say that we covered more distance, which was we got 123.3 kilometres. That was more than any other club in the Premier League in game week 1. Don't forget last season. I don't think we outrun a single opponent, did we? Was it once?
I think we did it like once or twice near the end of the
game.
Yeah.
Was it Liverpool?
Yeah, largely,
I feel like it was Liverpool. But that's the point. How piss poor. And we've done it we've equalled last season. I think that alone shows that the players have bought in to Xabi, which is so important. I'll quickly run through I've got Joao Pedro.
Yeah, it's valid.
It's early days, but I think that number 9 curse is looking awfully weak right now.
It's great finish as well. Really good finish.
You know what? He was on it from minute 1 to minute 91. The opening goal.
He literally was on it from minute 1.
Yeah, because minute 1, he scores a beautiful 1v1 inside first 30 seconds. It's a world-class finish, and I didn't for a second doubt him in that situation against Leno. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew we were going to score, and that's what you want from a number 9. And I've just said about minute 90. Well, it was when he brought a ball down with such ridiculous ease. It would have been like if you'd have just done that. You know when they do the whole black and white thing and they say guess the player. You've seen him on social. If you'd have done that and said who was that, I'd go Johan Cruyff, because it was just outstandingly class and easy on the eye. And of course, he does have 2 goals. Obviously, it's ruled out for offside, but again, it's another top class finish, and it's so very early with this number 9 curse. I know. I think he looks so special, so very, very special, like last season. I'm not worried. I know Chris was worried, and he was, that's probably why he's not on this show. He's hiding away because he knows what he said. I'm not worried. I think we're all good. I think we're chill. I think we're good with this curse. I don't think it's going to bother him. Tom, who's your final winner?
So I'll preface this with saying he didn't have a perfect game, but I really thought that Josh Acheampong had a good game. And
I thought he was very good as well.
And I think if we're going to be playing a free, there's a place to win. Fofana doesn't have that place locked down. And if Josh can get some opportunities and, he made some great blocks, made some good tackles, there's a few little errors. I do love it when he carries the ball and he kind of bursts forward. But we've been asking to kind of see him kind of make that step up. And I thought he had a really solid game.
Yeah, that's valid. That is valid.
Any final winners? Who's got one left?
I got one left.
Go on, Ollie. I want to hear it.
I've just put the first half.
Nice.
Because that first half genuinely is the best I have seen us play since probably Barcelona or the Club World Cup final, realistically. So to do that on the first game of the season against a team like Fulham, which, it's in a lot of games in the previous seasons, we've gone into games in the Premier League and gone, well, who are we playing? Oh, are we playing West Ham? Are we playing Everton? Or are we playing whoever? And we're not up for it. We're not going for it. We're not on the front foot. We're not attacking. We're not treating it like the important competition that the Premier League ultimately is. It's the most prestigious we can win, especially this season because we're not in the Champions League. And I felt like we just took the game so seriously from the first minute, and I was really grateful to see that there was high energy. That, like we were all over them. We were hunting them like wolves. We were swarming all over Fulham. We were really, really just going for it and playing the ball so quickly and playing vertically and just it looked like pure football, pure joy. And to see that in a game against, just a what is effectively a mid-table team like Fulham, and it's not a big occasion, it's not a Champions League tie under the lights, it's not a final against the European champions, it's not anything. That's really bodes well, I think, for the season to come, because that's the standard now. That's the way you have to. That first half is how you have to start every single game this season from now on. That's the level.
100%. We've had winners. We move to losers. And okay.
Say it, Mikey.
Yeah,
Say it.
Honestly, yeah, Robert Sanchez. Because Robert, I love you, and
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Oh, how I couldn't believe it when it happened. People messaged the Instagram saying, "How is Mikey going to defend him again? How is he?" I'm not going to. I can't defend him blindly. He had a bad game against Fulham. He had a bad game against Fulham. Those are words I'm saying of my own free will. Yes. He was at fault. He was at fault for the equaliser from Josh King. You cannot.
Not the second one. I'm not having that. No, the second one is not his fault.
I'll move to that one. The first one, you just can't be beaten like that. It's just poor goalkeeping, and it doesn't help when the goal on target shot, whatever it was, stat came out saying that 97% of goalkeepers would be expected to save that shot. That's, oh my word, that's bad.
You know what's funny about that?
Bad.
So, I was speaking to someone about it earlier, and someone said, you can't be being beat at the near post like that. And I went, it weren't even the near post.
It weren't.
It was down the middle.
Of the goal.
Yeah. It's bad. It's really bad. And it really worried me because I know how we've been in previous seasons where we just capitulate, concede a goal, switch off, gone, done. The second goal, some have said it's a mistake. He does palm the ball back into the path of Gonzalo Garcia, who, again, I did say, keep an eye on him. Fair play to him. I think he showed class as well because his header into the ground, looping over Sanchez while he's on the floor, is pretty clever skill, and it, bags him a goal and makes the game a bit cagey towards the last quarter of whatever it was scored in. But it was a really poor game from Sanchez, and I've got to admit that what I did worry whether he would finish the game. It's a big overreaction to say that, but I worried because if we were going to lose that game, I don't think it was on the 10 outfielders. And I hate saying that because I love this guy. I think he's a top keeper with shot stopping, but he didn't show that. I can't say you're a top shot stopper when you let that first goal in. I just can't. And I'm now curious to see how Mike Penders gets on against Luton on Thursday, because he's more than likely going to start in that League Cup game. I would say it's a pretty sure thing. And I think this is where we get a real first proper look at him. However, I have heard people say, he's going to pull the trigger. I don't believe Xabi Alonso is going to pull the trigger after one game, because we've seen that story. We saw it with Liam Rosenior. If you do it, he did it last season, didn't he, against PSG? If you pull the trigger after that game, you got to stick by it. You've got to stand by that decision for 37 games. You don't dip a toe in with the goalkeeper and you go, I might switch this up. You got to die. You got to commit. Rosenior didn't. He did the worst thing. He hesitated. He went, I'm going to dip a toe in. Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to do that. It messed it all up. It ended his Chelsea reign, in my opinion. I think that decision, in my opinion, ended his campaign as a manager, because you were never going to get the dressing room back, because he didn't know what his left hand was doing versus his right. We've got to see Sanchez. All right, no, but it's true. It's true, because we've got to see how Sanchez does. I think up until the first international break, someone's going to say the market's open for a week. Sign a goalkeeper. I don't think we're going to sign a keeper. Someone's going to say Emi Martinez. I don't think he's the upgrade. He's an upgrade, but I don't think he is like David Raya upgrade on Aaron Ramsdale. He's still got a clanger in him as well. Martinez does. And again, the personality isn't the greatest we've seen. But yeah, Robert.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
I was annoyed. Have you got him as losers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go on. I can take it.
I mean, come on. Like, I think if we're going to push for the league this season or finish top 3, we have to do something about this. Too many times, like, realistically, how many of us were surprised that he made a mistake yesterday?
Me.
Was you really though? Because
20%.
This happens time and time again. He'll have 4 or 5 good games and then make a howler, and then he'll make another howler, and he'll go back to being good again. But they cost you points.
They do.
You can't rely on it.
You can't rely on it. And you say about Martinez, I'd take Martinez all day long over Sanchez. So I thought Sanchez at fault for the second goal. I thought he could have done better with it. He parried it straight to, was it Gonzalez? He parried it to
Gonzalo Garcia, yeah.
Garcia, sorry, yeah. So he parried it straight to him.
I think that's more Colwell's fault than it is.
It is more Colwell's fault. But a good keeper, a world-class keeper, parries that away. He doesn't parry it straight back to Garcia.
That's my issue with it.
So if you're going to keep him, I'm sorry, but this is a difference between top 3 and top 6.
Yeah. The thing is, whatever the decision is that Alonso makes, you've got to make it and stick by it, because he's a confidence keeper. If you pull him out and go Penders, the League Cup is irrelevant. No one is going to go. Rob's not going to sit there and go, I've been dropped. No, because it's the League Cup. He's not going to play that game. It's just obvious. You've got to stand by it. If you're going to sign a new goalkeeper, do it. Commit. If you're going to play Penders, I don't think that's a good move. I don't think bringing Penders in straight away, because that's so much pressure. He might thrive. Again, I want to see what it's like Thursday. I want to see that first. Tom, he's a loser for you.
Well, if we kind of look at goal by goal, first goal wasn't great defending. Morgan Rogers loses his man, loses his runner, and Lavia doesn't react quick enough to intercept. I'm not surprised he made a mistake. I'm surprised at the type of mistake that he made, because I would assume that he would make that save. I would be more I'd expect him to drop a cross or to misread something and take someone out. It's very
or pass
rare
the
that,
ball to the one of their attackers or something.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's very rare that it's that kind of mistake that he makes, and it really did not look good. I think the second goal, yes, a world-class keeper does better. He's not a world-class keeper. So
That is fair. I agree.
so it's right at him and quite close. I'm not gonna break his balls about that one, but the first one I'm really not happy with. But going back to what you were kind of saying about upgrading, Chelsea years ago had a goalkeeper, a fantastic goalkeeper called Carlo Cudicini, and he was brilliant, one of the best in the league. And we upgraded him to Petr Cech, who was, well, arguably the best Premier League goalkeeper ever. You know, sometimes you just have to make that kind of jump. But I don't think the goalkeeping market's that great. There's especially with what we're going to need them to do, because we need them to have the passing ability of a number 10, but still save the goal. So yeah, it's a shame that we're already asking these questions after game one.
Yeah, I agree.
But we're not surprised, Tom. That's the thing. Like, we're not surprised.
No, we're not,
that we're
though.
necessarily talking about this that early. And I agree with you guys to a certain degree. I think we're in a bit of a sticky situation now with the goalie because, we don't really have enough time to be able to sell Sanchez. He's in the plans regardless. If you're going to bring in another goalkeeper, then you've got a new goalkeeper. You're probably going to have Sanchez on the bench, so his confidence is going to be shot. Where does that really leave you? Then you've got Pender's third in the pecking order when really he should be getting game time as well. So I'm not even necessarily sure that getting another goalkeeper now makes sense. The time to get a new goalkeeper was 3 seasons ago, is the thing. And I know it sounds harsh, but like every single season with Sanchez in net, we've been doing the same thing and expecting different results. We're saying he's good and then he makes mistakes, and then he's good for a bit and then he makes mistakes. And like you said, Tom, a world-class keeper does better for it, but he's not a world-class keeper. And at this point, I think with the attack we've got, with the good defenders we've got, certainly with the midfield we've got, he is the last limiting factor on this team being able to go all the way.
Yeah, look, before someone in the comments says I've defended him. No, do I think we will make top 6 with him in goal? Yes, we've done it before. So, yes. Do I think we'll ever win a Premier League title with him? No, because unfortunately, whether I like a player or not, a goalkeeper to win a title can't make mistakes. You just can't do it. Peter Schmeichel didn't make mistakes.
Or at least they've got to make fewer mistakes than points they make you back in the season. They've got to be a net benefit.
Yeah, 100%.
And arguably, to a certain degree, Sanchez can be, but his clangers are so severe that it just overrides it.
It's totally justified. Anything else on Sanchez before we move?
Well, it's like, just carrying on with that kind of point, it's the confidence that they give the team. In that, if you look at the Schmeichel, with the centre-backs they have in front of them, they're like, oh, well, we won't make a mistake, but we know that we've got him back there. Same with Terry and Carvalho, knowing that they had Cech. It all affects the rest of the team, as Ollie's saying. So it's you can't have a weak link. So it's something that does need to be addressed one way or another sooner rather than later.
Berth, who's your next loser?
My next loser is Levi Colwill.
Same.
Just because I don't think he necessarily played
the
badly.
gender is back.
No, I don't think he necessarily played badly. I thought he was at fault for the second goal. I think he got caught under the ball. But I just think he looked very, very rusty. He got caught out at one point in the first half. And I think if he was a bit close to the goal, I think he could have been in real trouble. But he's been out for a long time, so you can kind of let him off. But he's a really important player for us this year, and I think it's a big season for him because last year we missed him for the whole season. People said once he's back, our defence will be sorted, and he did look shaky yesterday. But I'm just going to put that down to rustiness, and I'm sure he's going to play really well, and he's going to prove me wrong this season, and he's going to have a really
Is
good
it down to
season.
rustiness, though, you think, Berth? Because I've seen some people saying that maybe it's down to the position he's in on the left-hand side of that defence, where maybe he's not quite as comfortable as where he is in the middle.
I think he's perfectly well suited. I think you could. There's an element of, is the injury that he had going to affect him, because it's a major injury and people forget that it's a real bad injury he's had. It's going to take him a long, long time to recover. Even when he's still playing, it's going to hurt. But don't forget, Colwell played left back for us under Pochettino for a long time, and as someone who plays,
he wasn't as good there either.
no, he
You see what I'm
wasn't.
saying?
But what I'm saying is, he was more than good enough. If you're I mean, I've played football at very, very Sunday league level, so like obviously I'm nowhere near that I believe I Colwell. But if you're playing left back, I think it's an easy transition to left-sided centre back, because you essentially are a left back really at times. So he should be used to that position. He shouldn't be getting caught out. I think Lacroix being in the middle is the better choice, just because he's the more commanding and physical. That's the one that you want in the middle of the three, just to sweep up. So Colwell should be an easy transition for him. So, like I said, I think it's just rustiness. I'm sure he's going to be a big player for us this season. I just thought with the goal being conceded, it put a lot of pressure on us, and I think he just had to be a loser for me. But he didn't play too badly.
I'll tell you why I've put him here, because there were a couple of decisions in the game where I was just left thinking, why have you done that? Why have you done that, Levi? Levi, why have you done that? It could have cost us twice as well, because the first was the slip from the pass, and we're all right. But then there's the booking. You've picked up a booking as a central defender in the 5th minute. That's just poor. You've just given yourself a window of 85 minutes where you essentially have to be perfect, because one missed time tackle, one rash challenge, you're going to have an early bath. You're leaving your team in the shit. You just can't be getting a booking as a defender in the first 5 minutes. And we know discipline has been a major problem for us in previous seasons. We need to desperately kick that out of our game this season. We cannot be putting ourselves in unnecessary situations because of silly decisions. And he did. He got through the game, and I'm really glad of that. And I could have also thrown Lavia in there as well. Again, a silly booking very early in the game. We don't need that, because it puts pressure on you. And then the players on the opposition team can target you, because they know you've got to tread carefully. We need to be smarter here. We need to be smarter. Tom, who's a loser?
Well, you just mentioned him, actually. Again, I don't think he had an awful game, but it definitely wasn't Lavia's best game. I kind of praised him earlier for his positional kind of awareness when Lacroix got the assist. But there was a few times where he was caught out. He got that early yellow card for a kind of needless tackle. And he did well because he didn't get sent off. But I'll talk about it a bit more later. But it was, I don't know if when I saw the team sheet and I saw the amount of defenders that we had and who was playing, I did kind of get a little bit nervous before the game. With not having Caicedo, not having Palestra, I was a bit like, oh, okay, I don't know how I feel about this. We've got kind of 6 defenders, if you include Reece James, and then Lavia, and then we've got 4 forwards. How's this going to work? Obviously, it was a bit of an absolute madness of a game, but I just would have liked him to have had a little bit more control in that midfield.
Yeah, fair. Ollie, who's another loser?
Pedro Neto. Nothing to do with his performance, to be honest with you, because actually I thought his performance was fine. But more than anything, it's down to just one moment and one moment alone. He's not tracking back to right wing back. He's not doing his job. Reece James, the captain of this football club, rightfully has a go at him for not tracking back after making quite a good cutout of a pass that otherwise could have seen Fulham in. And it looks like, and I don't know if this is for sure, but it looks like he shushes him. He looks like Pedro Neto is there putting his fingers to his lips to our club captain, Reece James. You cannot do that. I understand it's the height of a game and there's a lot of emotion going on. Pedro Neto is a divisive figure. He does have a bit of an attitude at times. He does have a bit of an ego. But when your club captain is saying that to you and you're challenging him like that, I don't want you here. I want you gone. Like for me, that was so incredibly disrespectful to what we're trying to do, because what it says to me is you're more worried about yourself than you are worried about the team, and I just can't co-sign that. So for me, that bid from Saudi or wherever it's going to come from, for me now can't come soon enough, because I just don't think he's a team player.
That's fair. Berth, loser.
I've got the openness. I say openness, more like sort of defensive vulnerabilities. Easy for me to say. I just think we was way too open at times. I thought they had chances. I thought Josh King and Oscar Bob were really good last night, to be fair. They caused real problems. And I thought Hatto, Colwill, Josh at times. I thought Gusto actually played all right, but I thought there was times where he got caught out. And just that long ball just cut us open a little bit. I thought in midfield we were a bit all over the place at times as well. So I think whilst we were very, very, very good going forward, I think there was still a few question marks, which I alluded to earlier, about the defensive frailties still and the openness of it all. It was hard to pick three losers, to be fair, but I think that was the main weakness of our game last night. And obviously when you've got a clowning goal as well, that doesn't help at all.
Oh yeah, I hope his wedding cake was dry and crumbly.
No comment. Tom, who's another loser?
So kind of going off of Berth's point there, it's the drop off in midfield when Caicedo's not available.
It's very noticeable, isn't it?
Yes, and I appreciate he is a world-class player. So there's always going to be a drop-off, but it's so noticeable. If it's Caicedo and Reece, you go, that's all right. If it's Caicedo and Lavia, you go, yeah, that's all right, because Caicedo is the heart of the kind of the spine of the team. Like, he's the guy in the middle who kind of is the engine. He gets everything going. Obviously, we've got the links with Enzo Fernandez going, whatever happens with that, whatever. But if he does go, do we have enough players in there that are quality enough and that are going to push Caicedo, actually, and kind of make him a better player, kind of moving forward? And I don't know, I didn't even hear anything about his injury. Do we know what he was actually missing for?
No, I don't think we were actually told. They were just something in training. Which is
okay. I think it was
generic.
minor, though. I think he's going to be back soon.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. What losers have we got left?
I've got one left.
I want to hear it.
I've gone with narratives.
Ooh.
And to a certain degree, sort of narratives that some things that we talked about on this show during pre-season. Because we were saying, especially after the Spurs preseason game, and then was it Juve we played? I can't remember. It was one of them teams that we played. We had scored we'd scored one goal against a team and Spurs. We only had 10 men at the time, and we were saying in attack, we're just not really looking like we're going to be able to make things happen. It looks like perhaps at times this season we're really going to be huffing and puffing. And then the first game of the season rolls out, and it's like dropping a nuclear bomb onto the attack. In terms of what we've actually gone out there and done and smashed 3 goals past Fulham. Yeah, we made mistakes and let 2 in the other end. But listen, I'll take that all day. For me, I think it's just one of those things that shows you that preseason isn't always, as we always talk about, preseason isn't always an indicator of how the season's going to be. It's not always an indicator of how the season's even going to start. So. There you go. At the end of the day, what you're listening to us for, we don't know anything.
Yeah, exactly. We know nothing. We know shit about nothing. Who's got a loser left?
I'm all out.
Tom?
I'll throw an honorary kind of mention. Jamie Carragher. Don't start liking Chelsea just because Xabi Alonso's here. Like, I see you being all nice about our club now and doing all this nice kind of stuff, but after last year and how you talk shit about us all season, don't be weird about it.
Yeah. Well,
do you know what? I think partially, I'm a bit concerned about this narrative, because I think pundits and journalists are trying to set us up to fail. You got people talking about title challenges already, and that we're the only team who can challenge Arsenal. Listen, we're not going to challenge Arsenal this season. Whether you think we should or whether we shouldn't, we're not going to. That's just not the reality of where we are at the moment. Listen, and we had a great game versus Fulham. If we play like that all season, maybe we've got half a chance. Maybe, but at the end of the day, like I just can't help but feel that people are purposely putting us on a pedestal to knock us down when it doesn't go well. And
they want us to fail. They want us to fail. Absolutely.
Well, emojis. I have gone just easy. The big smile, not even a little one, a big smile, because I was smiling all game. Apart from that's not true, actually. I wasn't. Not when we conceded the 2 goals.
It became a grimace, did it?
It was like yet again, Rob.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Oh, Tom, what have you got for an emoji?
I've kind of got the out of breath kind of emoji because that was like an emotional roller coaster, and I was stressed for all of that game, but I loved it. Yeah,
fair play, mate. Fair play. Ollie?
I went with the stars in our eyes, in your eyes emoji, because I was just absolutely loving what I was seeing. Xabi ball, I'm totally on board until the very end, Gaffer.
Love. And Berth.
So the obvious choice is the cold emoji, obviously because Roger Palmer scored. But the one I'm going to go for is the 2 hands up emoji, because that's what Rob Sanchez should use to say that.
Right. Okay. Line of the week. Let's look at what we predicted on Fair Play, Chris. Fulham. Chris had Joao Pedro. I had Palestra. Ollie had Palmer. The wheel went Welbeck. Naturally, Joao Pedro and Palmer, they were the 2 best players out of that 4. Fair play to them. Fair play to Chris and Ollie. They've absolutely done well there. The actual Lion, was it? Who are we going to give it to?
It is Palmer.
It's got to be Palmer. It's absolutely
Palmer won man of the match, but you could give it to either of them, honestly.
It's got to be Palmer for me. Yeah. It has to be.
Well, that means it's match preview time. We are having a quiet one. And according to enemy of the show, Kieran Gill, we are not getting rid of the liquidator before pre-game.
We have enemies?
Well, he blocked us on Twitter, so technically...
That's good enough for me. Fuck you, Kieran Gill.
And if you're listening, of course you're not. Currently sitting, Luton Town. We are playing them in the second round of the League Cup. Currently sitting 3rd in League One, which is 2 leagues below the Premier League, despite being the number 1 league with the word number 1 in front of it. What's the result? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that joke. But what I do know is that Luton have 1 win, 1 draw, and no defeats. Their recent form is 1 win, 1 draw, and no defeats. Player spotlight. I've actually picked out a former Blue. I've gone Casey Palmer. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist in 2 games this season. And the last time... Yeah, well, he was another highly touted Cobham grad who didn't sadly make it. The last time that Luton beat Chelsea was on the 28th of December 1991. I'm so glad I get to say that year and not 2026. It wouldn't be a preview if I didn't tell you what the UK number 1 was on that date, and it was Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And I see a little silhouette of a man, Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro, will you break the number 9 curse?
Oh wow!
Well played.
That was very frightening.
Oh, he won't play in this game. But I want to know your Lion predictions for this. What I went early and I generally did pick Danny Welbeck because I think he will play.
Yeah, Danny
Welbeck. That's not a bad shout.
There's no other striker. Delap's gone.
And Omega is still in the treatment room, I think.
Possibly.
Maybe a Kenda or a Esteval to have a good game.
Oh, you've got to lock it in, Tom. We can't have 2.
I'll go with Steve. I'll go with Esteval.
I'll go Kenda. I'll go Kenda.
Let me think. Who's going to play? I don't know how much we're going to rotate.
Here goes the wheel. And the wheel has chosen.
Give the wheel a go.
Oh, fuck off, wheel. Oh, no. It actually went past Mike Campbell's and put Palestra. I don't think he'll play.
I'm going to go with Shevva because I think he will.
Nice. I'm letting the wheel go again. Oh, Wheel, you can't pick Mamadou Sarr. He's not going to play. He's gone now. Come on, Wheel. Let's not take this. I actually do need to remove Mamadou Sarr because he's gone.
Is Disassi still on the wheel, Mike?
Axel Disassi is not on the wheel. I'm going to spin it one more time. I can't give it Marco Palestra. That's just not going to happen. Esteval. Okay, it's back in. Right. Back in 10. Ollie, who did you have, sorry?
I went with Little Pep.
Little Pepch. I'm just going to put Pep in. Pep. Blue versus who? The quiz segment. Let's see what we've got. The last time Chelsea played Luton, well, the Blues won 3-2 at Kenilworth Road. I want you to name me the 2 goal scorers that day for the Blues, and for a bonus point, the former Blue who scored for Luton against us. Not an own goal. He was the former Blue who scored for us. Yes.
Madueke and Cole Palmer.
Oh, that's outstanding, Berth. That's flawless. How about this?
Knowledge.
It is. In the 08-09 season, Luton Town were relegated after being handed a Football League record points deduction. How many points in total were they docked? And a bonus point, you can tell me how many the FA docked them and how many the Football League docked them.
I'm going to guess. Was it 40 points?
Wasn't that high.
I'm going 32.
That's precise and wrong.
26.
That's also precise and also wrong. But you're in the middle. You're getting there.
29?
Bit higher.
Oh, 30.
30 points. Oh, outstanding. Can you tell me how many the FA docked them?
15.
10. It was 10. So naturally, the Football League docked them 20. So, yeah. And finally, putting former Blues in order when they first joined Luton. I've got Victor Moses, I've got Casey Palmer, I've got Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Yes, he played for them. Ross Barkley and Mark Stein, who I said was a good striker, and people went, no, he weren't. I was like, no.
Oh, dear God.
Mark Stein's got to be first, surely.
Right?
2000, yes. 2000.
And who is the others?
I don't know. I'm tempted to say Victor Moses.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
I don't think so. I think it was... Who are the others? Victor Moses,
Palmer, Dewsbury Hall, Barkley.
I want to go Palmer next.
No, he was 2025.
I'm going to go Barkley next.
Barkley was, again, 2023, so he was... No. So now you've got to be... Dewsbury Hall, 2020. I don't know. Remember this logo. He never played for us then, so it's why. And then obviously it goes Stein, Dewsbury Hall, Barkley, Moses, Palmer. So, yeah, there we go. There's a little quiz for you to whet your appetites. You know what? We usually do Christmas questions, but we're rotating it out. We're rotating it out today because I haven't been able to do this in a long while, but I do get to use the overreaction. Is this the right one? Yes, I think it is. So let's do Overreaction Monday. First round of matches, perfect time for some overreactions.
Yeah! We're talking big today. Hot takes, cold stats, did they shine or fall flat? Big swings, big plays, who's for real, who just fades? Overreaction Monday, settle in, let's call it out. Overreaction Monday, too much hype or too much doubt. Overreaction Monday, bold claims on the line. Overreaction Monday, truth to talk this time.
Hey, we use that data center well.
That's so good. That's so good.
For our daily credit. So this basically...
I hope the water that used was worth it.
Allegedly. No, look. We each bring an overreaction or a couple from the weekend's games to the table. We've done an episode exclusively on this, so we're doing a small snapshot. And then everyone has to decide if that person is literally overreacting or not. So my first one is, after Hull City beat Manchester United at home, I reckon Hull will be absolutely fine this season, and I'm going to go as far as saying they'll finish comfortably outside that relegation zone come May.
No.
I think that's an overreaction.
That is an overreaction, yeah.
They looked good.
Type,
they looked well drilled.
But Man United aren't going to be as good this season, and their midfield is so slow, Mikey. Like their midfield is the slowest midfield maybe in the history of midfield. So any team that presses them high is gonna have some joy.
Tom, you a full house with the others?
Well, that was my initial one, so I I was kind of thinking of.
Yeah.
So it's so I can't say I disagree with them because it would be an overreaction, but do you know what? Fucking fair play to Hull, by the way.
They had a great game.
That was brilliant. That was a great start to my Saturday. So yeah, I'd say it's an overreaction.
All right. I've got two more. Second involves the same club. Manchester United losing at Hull proves they've got it wrong again by giving an interim manager the job full time. I'm going to say it. Michael Carrick, gone by Christmas.
I don't mind that one as much.
No, I don't think that's crazy.
I don't think that's an overreaction as such.
I don't think that's an overreaction, but I don't think he'll be gone by Christmas. But I do think he'll be gone by the end of the season.
Gone by Christmas. Christmas. And also, it's just an excuse because someone sent it me. And we're going to the Goldbridge gantry, aren't we? Someone sent me a VT of Mark Goldbridge because he produced this absolute beauty over the weekend.
I don't know. I don't think we've been that bad, and it's very obvious to me we're going to win this game. I think Tielemans has been poor, though, says Andre. Oh, we've got Mainu to come on. We've got Rashford to come on. Oh, get out! Shut up! What are you talking about? We're losing to Bumblebee FC! It's 2-0! It's 2 bloody 0! And it's from another cross! Oh, I'm cross! I'm very cross! How are we conceding 2 bloody goals from crosses? I'm talking about Rashford and Mainu coming on and we're 2-0 down! Absolutely ridiculous! I tell you what, our defence may as well jump in a jar of honey because the bees are all over us here.
What? Which is bizarre because they played Hull. That's what I didn't get. He played Hull.
He's got Hull mixed up with Brentford somehow.
He has somehow become me and confused completely 2 teams. Oh my word, bless him. And finally, third, Spurs got completely cleaned out by Brentford at the G-Tech Stadium. They did. Absolutely cleaned out. Well, I think despite spending 267 million euros, I don't think anything has changed. This is the season. They're going to stop circling the plug and they're going to go down the drain. They're getting relegated. They're getting relegated, team.
No, that's an overreaction.
That's an overreaction. I think they'll be all right again.
The whole point. That's the whole point.
They won't be great, though. I have got one, just linking on to Brentford. I've got a bit of an overreaction if you want to hear it.
Yes.
I think Mamadou Sangare, come the end of the season, would be considered a top 5 midfielder in the league.
I don't know if it's that overreaction. I think he's going to go for big money, though. I don't hate that at all.
I don't think that's an overreaction. He was good at Lyon. He was really good last season.
He was really good the other day. Really good.
He was good. Look at Kante. He came from the French league, from FC Caen, I think he came from, and no one knew who he was. I mean, obviously Sangare people do know who he is because obviously his performances. However, Kante literally went from no one to, oh my word, this is the best player in his position. And then Chelsea signed him, and then, my word, he's got a back-to-back title. So it can happen. I don't think that's an overreaction. Not at all.
Thank you.
Tom, you got any others?
This could be an overreaction, but Brighton to break into the top 5.
I don't mind it.
Oh, that's a big overreaction. That is not happening.
I don't mind it, you know. I think it may be top 5 is a push, but I don't mind it. I think with teams like Man U, Spurs,
yes.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I don't know. As it stands, you've got Brighton top of the table, Arsenal, Brentford, Everton, Hull, and Chelsea. Who do they displace? I mean, I could see them displacing Villa.
Yeah,
I could see that. But then, I suppose
if Liverpool will be great. I don't think Man U will be great. I don't think City will be as good as they was last year, but they'll still be up there.
Brighton always improve. It's scary.
I think Brighton and Bournemouth are a real shout. I know Bournemouth has got a new manager, but I think they're ones to watch again.
You know what's scary? I'm going to give you their positions in the Premier League from when they first came up. 15th, 17th, 15th, 16th, 9th, 6th, 11th, 8th, 8th. To be confirmed. Tell you what.
They were 7 points off top 5 last season.
It's. I don't rule them out. They're a scary team. They recruit so well. And we buy from them. And we buy well from them.
I'm not sure how much stock you can put in them beating a Villa side who are at 6s and 7s.
Well, we'll have to see.
All right, first one for me is Villa are finishing bottom half.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I just... Emery's a good coach. He might sort it out, but they've made a lot of bad sales. And I'm kind of on board with Chris. I think they've made a lot of really interesting business this summer that could go really well. But seeing that first game, my God, they looked absolutely dreadful. Next one is Jack Hinshelwood.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, literally, I agree. They could sign Jackson. That is a rumour of 65 million. Obviously, they lost Konza. They've lost... I'm trying to think who else.
They're going to lose
Tielemans.
They've lost Tielemans. They've lost
Rodgers.
Rodgers, of course.
You've basically playing with 10 men when you have Garnacho.
And they're replacing them with players like Garnacho, Manzambi, who is talented, but maybe not as much as some of the players they've sold. And I don't know.
Mad, isn't it?
If anyone's going to get them out of it, it's Emery. It's not the squad.
But will he still be there? Will he? Because he might get fed up. I don't think that's an overreaction at this stage. And with European football to play as well. And that is a very... That Brighton team were good, but Villa were just as bad.
Yeah. And so my second one is, speaking of that Brighton team, is because I actually watched part of that game. Jack Hinshelwood would really impress me. So I'm gonna put him on the table here. I'm gonna say he's gonna get 15 non-penalty goals this season
in the
Premier League. In the league.
Wow, that's
15.
Yeah,
love it.
He's never scored more than 5 in a season.
Yeah, I know.
That's mad.
He's already got 2.
Yes, he's nearly halfway there with 30. With 37 left to play. He's doing all right there.
You know, what do you think? Overreaction, maybe a bit.
Yeah, a little bit,
a tiny bit.
Yeah, a little bit. One game's great. I want to see. Let's revisit halfway through the season.
It'd be so funny when we revisit these, and he's on 3.
I know.
My last one is De Zerbi's going to be gone by Christmas.
Yeah, he's very combustible.
Yeah,
I just can't see him lasting there. I think, especially if it doesn't improve and improve soon, with the money spent, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. And the second you put De Zerbi under pressure, he's probably going to find the nearest person to shout at and then blow it all up. So
yeah, I agree. I don't think that's an overreaction. No. Oh, well, look, we'll round off the first Monday show.
I eat arse. You a fan? Oh, I'm partial. No. I just admitted you're a fan of the flag. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, the stamp collection is back. And today's theme, because I think it was in the topic, and considering our previous number 9 is leaving, Chelsea number 9s. We're going to toast. We were originally, I did write this before the game. I want to point that out. The original line I wrote was to toast the end of Joao Pedro's career as a prolific goal scorer. Every player today has worn that alleged cursed number 9 shirt for Chelsea. So. I've got Romelu Lukaku, 9 clubs. 9 clubs. And you know what? Tom is going to get first dibs on this. 9 clubs. How many do you think you can name?
I'll start off with 5.
5. Ollie, can you do 6?
I think I can do 7.
Wow, 7's a big opening gambit. Berth, can you do 8 or 9?
I think I can do 9.
Yeah, if anyone can, it's Berth.
Go on, Berth.
Anderlecht, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Baggies.
I'd like the full name, please.
West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah.
Everton.
4.
Man U.
5. In order as well.
Inter,
6.
Roma,
Yeah.
Napoli, and
Yeah.
he's gone to Fenerbahce now, hasn't he?
Oh, that's outstanding. That
Very
is
good, Berth. Well
absolutely
done, mate.
brilliant. I'm outstanding. And you know what, Berth, you get to open the first gambit on Alvaro Morata, 7 clubs. And I'll point out, I have combined the B team. They played.
Oh,
for
not
with
this
the main team.
again.
No. They've the team is with the main team. So if you say the main team, you'll get the B team as a nice little throw in.
Okay, right. So Alvaro Morata, yeah?
7 clubs, including the B. The B team is the 8th club. So 7.
I could do. I'll go 4. I'll let
4. Let's reverse snake. Ollie, what can you do?
I reckon I can do 6.
Wow. Can you do 7, Tom?
Absolutely not.
I want 6 of Morata's clubs, please, Ollie.
All right. You got Real Madrid.
Yes. And Real Madrid B.
Chelsea.
Yes, that's 2.
Atletico.
3.
Of course, we talked about him in the episode. Juve.
4.
AC Milan.
That's 5.
And I think he's at Como now.
That is 6. One club you missed out. He played 12 games, scored 6 goals for them.
I think I know it.
Go on, Berth.
It's the Galatasaray.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Oh, he was there, wasn't he? Well done.
And now, the man this game is named after, Steve Sidwell. 9 clubs as well. 9 clubs for Steve Sidwell. 9 clubs for our number 9. Amazing. Ollie, you get opening bid.
This one it's not going to be very good. I'm going to go 4.
4 clubs. I'm going to go. Got a snake back, Tom.
I could do 5.
Can you do 6, Berth?
Yeah, I can do 6.
Can you do 9?
I can't do 9. I can do 6, definitely.
Okay. Anybody want to advance on 6?
I will be declining at this time.
Okay. No.
I am very much the same. I will politely decline.
Okay, Berth, I need 6 football clubs that this man was contracted for.
Chelsea.
He was definitely contracted at us.
There we go. Reading.
That's 2.
Villa.
3.
Fulham.
4.
Stoke.
5.
I've said Brighton.
I don't.
You have now.
You have now.
Brighton.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. And I reckon, did he start at Arsenal?
He did. And then he went on loan to 2 clubs.
But I don't know the 2 clubs. But
one is in the Premier League. The other is in Belgium. Very different leagues.
But not Palace would be a club that Steve said.
It was in the London area.
Ghent.
No, that is not in London.
Please clip that. Please clip
Ghent.
that.
My God.
The Belgian League.
The Royal Borough of Ghent.
I've been there for a holiday. Yeah.
As France been said.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. No. Brentford. It was Brentford and Beveren. I think that's how it's said. Beveren.
That's Belgium, isn't it? That's close enough, Ollie.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I agree. Listeners, we're at the end of an episode. Thank you for tuning in. Before we go, don't forget we are proudly partner of Head in the Game, mental health charity using football, support wellbeing and community. Check in with each other. I always say that. Check in with your friends, your family, a colleague who might be having a rough time. It's teamwork. It is teamwork, and it's just checking each other. You can of course find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well. We'll be back Friday with a Friday show on a Friday with winners and losers from Luton Town. So hopefully that's going to be us into the 3rd round of that League Cup. So till then, that'll be us signing off. You've been listening to At The Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At The Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.